Yeah, I like that slide. Yeah. Hey guys, it's Tuesday night. Welcome to another Tuesday night watch talk. I am joined here by my good friends, and we're going to be talking about watches that are coming inbound or already here in this early part of the year in January. Let's get to it. Wolfgang, how are you, my man? What's going on?
Good, good. Thank you. Good to see you guys
Yeah,
again.
good
Hey,
to see you.
Wolfgang.
How's you were saying right before we came on that Las Vegas is kind
It's
of dead.
quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah, very quiet now.
yeah.
Anywhere is always,
You guys do you guys do much like strolling around like outside,
not really.
or not really? No.
The usual stuff,
Yeah.
lunch and
No. It's nice. That's
not
nice.
much. I kind of like it quiet here. When it gets too busy, it's kind of a headache with
Yeah.
crowds and reservations, and I don't mind it being quiet for a while.
Yeah. No, I hear you. What do you got on wrist?
One of Karan's all-time favorites, the CQ.
Oh yeah, great watch.
He loves
Love it.
that one.
Great watch. Way better than my sub.
Yeah,
Um
I
I
fully agree. It's so much better.
No, I love it. I like that big date on that. And then the case back is beautiful. It's just a beautiful watch.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I really like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Amin, what's going on, man?
Hey, Rob, Wolfgang. Good to see you guys. Spartacus, good to see you.
Hey, Amin.
Um,
Yeah,
hey, yeah, things are good.
yeah.
We're in the RGM.
Okay,
My
yeah.
my new
Ooh.
watch. Yeah,
Awesome. We're going to
yeah,
be talking about that. So
yeah,
that's a little bit of a teaser.
yeah.
Um, and speaking of teasers, Spartacus Jerkovic, how are you today? And we're going to give you like a little solo layout to
I,
do an
I,
opening.
I'd like to read from a prepared statement today.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah, so I would like to announce a great victory won for those of us who value liberty and freedom. As you know, Tuesday Night Watch Talk has an intrusive and arbitrary rule that all panelists show their faces when appearing each week. As you know, I feel that showing one's face on camera is a personal choice, and no one should be forced to do so against their will. Hours before my appearance today on Tuesday Night Watch Talk, I applied for an exemption to not show my face on the stream. However, I was accosted and falsely detained when I entered the StreamYard backstage area, and the social elites running the live stream tried to strong arm me into showing my face, despite my totally valid and legit exemption. The justification of which was definitely not falsified, opaque, disingenuous, or misleading in any way. This was a very trying period for me as I felt a hostage of this tyrannical regime. Sure, at any time during my imprisonment, I could have decided to show my face or opted not to participate as a panelist, but that would have gone against my personal freedom of ignoring rules that I felt I was above. Thus, I stand before you victorious in this matter, not showing my face, as the voice of the voiceless, a hero of the downtrodden, like the Thracian hero Spartacus who led the slave uprising in the face of despotic rule. I would like to thank you all for standing with me through all this and encouraging me to stay strong.
I just want to say, as one of the longstanding members of this stream, that this is not over, and that we'll have to evaluate through other channels whether Mr. Jerkovich is going to be allowed to continue this charade. So
Yeah.
you've won this round, Spartacus, but
Yeah.
this
Touche.
is this is not over.
Touche. But from now on, your green room privileges of the free buffet and drinks have been revoked temporarily until this matter has been, you know, thoroughly investigated. Anyway, Mr. Jurgovich, what watch are you wearing today? Or tell
Well,
us what watch you're wearing today.
I'm actually wearing a Royal Oak open work, but since no one can see me, I'm wearing whatever new Seiko Shitter release they're paying me to spruik.
Okay.
Oh
Fair
man.
enough. Fair enough. I have the yub. I'm just gonna call it the yub from now on. I've just decided that it's just gonna be the yub. Okay. Everybody else calls it the yub. I'm calling it the yub.
Yeah,
Uh,
Mariner.
yub Mariner. Okay. Let's say hello to people in the chat. This is gonna be a good one today. I have a feeling. Hey Bill, how you doing? Nice to join us. Chaz, what's going on, Chaz? Dan's here. Kevin's here. Hey Sanjay, what's up, man? How are you? Easy Clayton, howdy, howdy. Peter, what is up? What is up? Hope you're feeling better. James, how you doing, man? What's going on? Floriusum? Floriusum? Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Wilson's here. Marceau is here. What's up, Marceau? Justin, greetings and salutations to you. There's Deech. How you doing? Ep, what's going on, man? How you doing? Brownie's here. What is up? Joey B. Hey now. How are you? Hey, Mr. Timehill. Good evening, sir. Hey, Karan. Hey, thanks for joining us, man. Awesome. Good to see you. Rick on Watches. What's up? How you doing? Scrolling through here. Caliber is here. What is up? Special guest Charlton Heston. Yeah. Well, not really, but yeah. Ken is checking in from Pittsburgh. What is going on? Mr. Casio, what's up, Steve? How you doing? Cowboy Swami, what is up? Great. Got awesome lot of guys here. Wayban is here. What's up, Wayban? Dan is Dan Temp, Brave Sailor reporting. What's going on? How you doing? Full boat here with people. Love it. Love the participation, guys. Keep chatting away. Marticus, yeah, good one. KR Joy, Mez9, how are you? Lot of new people too. I mean, I know some of these people are regulars, but it's good to see some people coming in here and joining the party. Danny, how are you? Hey, MST is here, and Justin, is he going to win the Tuesday night live stream open now? Yeah, sure. He's gonna win it. Nerio, what's up, man? Back to the Future Geek is here. MTB Mike is here. Whoa, Neff, what's going on? Hey, Riss Ross, what is up? Holy cow. Jeffrey O'Neill, what is going on? Wearing his Sin U50. Yeah, Mother of Pearl. Let us know, guys, what you're wearing on wrist.
Nice one.
Nilo is here. Another Zin fan. Welcome. And for all you German watch guys or who were kind of like disappointed like how my collection ended, got some surprises for you guys a little bit later on the show. Anish, what's up? How you doing, buddy? What's going on? Joey B's wearing the Omega World Timer. Okay, so it's January. It's not even halfway through January, right? And already things are moving. New watches are in. New watches are incoming. Philosophies are changing already, right? And so a big surprise here, Wolfgang. You now you had a philosophy that you're entering this year with. Can we dial it back to last week? What you said 2022 was going to look like for you? Just a refresher.
It's all still in effect. It's a new me. Okay. 3 to 4 pieces.
New year, new Wolfie.
Yeah.
Okay, new year.
What was it?
Nothing changed.
3 to 4 pieces while you're in America, or 3 to 4 pieces in the year?
No. 3 to 4 in 2022 for the whole year.
Okay, sure. So what is this? What do we see here?
This doesn't count. I needed a quartz piece, and my 2 Seikos are gonna go towards my family, so the collection is actually shrinking. So this doesn't apply in the 3 to 4 pieces rule. Sounds funny, but it isn't. It's true.
This is like when I got married and my wife's old aunt whispered in my ear. She said, "You're going to make all the important decisions, and Virginia's going to tell you which decisions are important." Right? So Wolfgang is gonna as he goes, the rules will be written about which watches count and which watches don't count.
Yeah. So you said
it's a beautiful watch, Wolfgang.
Yeah, beautiful watch. Congratulations. I love that champagne dial. The hands look great. I love the high polish on the hands. So So you said two of your Seikos. You're only two Seikos, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they're going towards family. So you're giving them to Katie, or are
yeah.
you giving to
No, to Katie's family,
okay?
there's some people that like pieces, and
Yeah.
maybe one Katie will keep. We'll see, but they're gonna. So my collection is shrinking.
So you're rewarding your generosity by getting a Grand Seiko. You're patting yourself in the back, right?
Yeah, well,
Wait, so you've
I
really
needed a
upgraded your vacation watch then? Because that Seiko Turtle was your vacation watch.
yeah. I'm gonna
Well,
use the quartz from now on to either traveling and gym
Okay,
stuff, and shooting and go-kart racing and stuff like that.
that seems fair. That's 100 meters water
It's
resistant, right?
fair,
So
and
you
I
Yeah,
won't
I'm
need
not
it.
gonna, it's not a screw down crown, so I'm not gonna take it into the pool, but other stuff that I use the Seikos for, usually I'll use this from now on. I just wanted a quartz piece that I can use 30 minutes a day, and it keeps ticking. I can pick it up in the morning and put it back down, and
Right. Right.
well,
Right. Marcel saying it's well known that two
I,
Seikos
I
equal one Grand
approve.
Seiko. Yeah.
by the way, you should have
Yes.
seen Karan. When he sold me the piece, it was hilarious. He's not a fan.
So this hurt him to sell this to you. You're
Yeah,
saying.
this was.
Okay. Well,
It looks
congratulations.
it's small for your tastes. Looks
Yeah,
like
it's
from the wrist
40,
shot.
but it's okay for the
No,
for the
40
way
is
the
not too
lux
small.
go. 40 is not too bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's a handsome watch, and it probably keeps impeccable time, and it just looks good. It's like a
yeah.
nice little, quick little throw on the wrist. Go out
It
for
looks
lunch.
very dressy for what I'm using it for, but I just liked it the best. They had a very nice GMT, but that was a lot more money. That was my favorite from the quartz pieces that were there. I might be the one Joey has. I'm not, but it might be the one. But I didn't want to spend that much money, and I like this one the best from that price range. So,
The dial color premiums get pretty steep for Grand Seiko quartz. So I agree with you for that for sure.
and I looked at the Breitling too. I had it on my radar too. The Breitling, the professional, the quartz piece.
The endurance,
No, not the endurance, because I don't need a chrono, but the
aerospace.
yeah, I think the aerospace with the digital displays in
Yeah.
the dial there.
Yeah.
But I kind of, it's nice too, but I like this one the best.
Yeah, it's got a classic look.
Yeah.
Karan saying that's the only watch I've ever sold. Wolfgang, right?
Yeah, because my guy wasn't there, so he had to do it.
Oh,
Dan loves it. Dan, he loves Grand Seiko. We've been. I got a Citizen Chronomaster, but it's on a crocodile strap, so it can't go in the water. I think that's my favorite GS style. Says Neff. I like it too. I like it too.
Yeah, it looks
it's
very
up there.
Yeah.
Like I know like the flagship or watch Grand Seiko is the Snowflake spring drive, right? I mean that's the one that they're most famous for. People seek it out to add it to their collection. But I like that that spring drive, that model line. I love the champagne dial even a little bit more actually, and probably like if I had a choice, I would go Snowflake just because it's like the one to get. But the champagne dial is a close second. I love Grand Seiko champagne dial for sure. Let's see here what the chat is saying. Neff is, I always like the champagne dial GSs. They are quite hard to make, I hear. And Steve is saying, while you have larger watches and they look good on you, this looks great on you too. Yeah, agreed. Well done. It looks like the chat approves, and you don't have to come up with excuses for this one, Wolfie. We know.
It's good. I expected differently, but good to know.
Well, it's not whether or not he needs an excuse for this one. Like I'm not gonna Grand Seiko hate it, but the question is, does it count towards his allocation?
Right.
Right? Does it count towards the free watches?
So Look, I'm your friend, Wolfie, and sometimes telling the truth is hard. This counts, man.
It really does.
If he changes it right now to net 3 to 4 watch gain, then he gave. I think that's fine. Is it a net 3 to 4 watches? Can you or is it or Wolfgang? Or are you just saying this just doesn't
Well,
count?
I mean,
Because this has to count. This is a luxury watch.
It has to count.
Yeah.
yeah,
has to count.
I know what you're saying, but it really, it's other people buy G-Shocks. They buy like 10 G-Shocks a year, and I buy this one quartz piece once in I don't know in 5 years. So G-Shock doesn't count. So this shouldn't count for me either. I don't have G-Shock. And two cycles are leaving. It wasn't planned. I don't think it should count. It'd be unfair if it counts.
I think that if we're not counting Grand Seikos, then whatever Colin and I say about Grand Seiko as a brand stands. So you can't have it both ways.
Peter C says it counts. Guys, does it count?
Yeah.
Does it count?
It just shows that it's a sham, right? It just
Yeah,
shows
did not count.
This is
it looks like it's overwhelmingly that it counts. Okay, it counts. They just go for 4 or 5 watches for 2022. Yeah. Sorry, Wolfie, but
amend the statement, say, okay, like watches under 5K don't count, or if you want to, do something like that, you can do it. Quartz shouldn't be the decider.
Looks like more so
it could be a money limit.
Yeah.
Well, it's I mean, it's not really. I don't count it as a piece of my collection. It's like a work. Well, like I said, it's unfair if this counts for me and all the G-Shocks and I mean probably Seikos don't even count. So.
I'm okay with that as long as it stays consistent. I'm okay with all of this as long as it stays consistent.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think I can see what he's saying when he says it's not part of his collection because, when there's certain watches that maybe I see filling a role, but I don't really think of them as core collection, and for me, that watch would be core collection, but for Wolfgang, I could see it may not be. So he's sort of saying 3 to 4 foundational collection watches this year is what he's saying.
And I don't want to put a price tag on it because, it could be something in that price range that I would, if a nice Tudor is coming out, maybe, unlikely, but.
Yeah.
Wait, so is the Tudor going to count?
Yeah, that would count. If I'm getting a Tudor, that would count for sure. That's why I don't want to really, it's not a price decision.
Tudor's gonna release some good stuff. This is like what, the 10th anniversary of the Black Bay.
Well, the Black Bay, I'm kind of over the Black Bay.
I'd say he just kind of slapped Grand Seiko. So Tudor counts, this Grand Seiko doesn't count. That's kind of a slap in the face of Grand Seiko.
I have 2 Grand Seiko that are counting in my collection.
Okay, Grand Seiko quartz.
Karan, I have a question for Wolfie. Will the sector dial count?
The sector dial count. They're counted in my collection. Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, well, listen. At least you understand. Where everybody else is coming from.
I understand.
Okay.
You're all wrong, but I understand completely.
Okay, fair enough. We'll take that. We'll take that. Let's see here. Let's go back a couple. Amin, congratulations.
Thank you.
This one came in last week. What a stunner. I love it. Tell us a little bit about this quickly, and then expand as much as you want. when you received it and how you feel about it and whatnot.
Sure. Yeah, this counts for me. It I
Good count for me too.
I ordered this RGM 801 watch about 8 months ago. It was in the works. Actually, after about 6 months, I changed my order to this black dial, and
Mhm.
it's uh, it's one of his custom watches. I didn't design it; someone else designed it, but it's not like one of his standard offerings. I think I don't think there's too many of these out there, and it just came. It's got a black dial, as you can see, loomed Breguet numerals, loomed Breguet hands, guilloche dial, couple different patterns of guilloche on the main dial and the sub dial. It has the in-house hand winding 801 movement, and I love it. I mean, this is one. This affected my sort of outlook for the year on how maybe we'll get into that later, but I am just really enjoying this watch. I have one other watch coming in that I think I'll enjoy a lot, and I think I may just shut it down for the year. I know that sounds crazy, but uh, I,
Preposterous.
I got a 15 watch box today, and I put all my watches in it. My collection is less than, I mean, even including one or two that really shouldn't count, it still just filled that box exactly. And when I look at it, it's like, I've spent a lot on watches. I've got a collection that I like a lot. I find it really fulfilling, especially with this one and the one that's coming. And I don't really, selling's a pain, right? So I don't want to like sell and buy, sell and buy, sell and buy. So I just see myself just keeping, um, maybe maybe trading or selling a couple of the lower price ones to get other lower price ones this year that sort of like don't hurt the budget too much, but keep the enjoyment of getting something new. I mean, I think there's a lot of interesting, enjoyable watches in the, you know, 500, 1000, $2,000 price range that I could get without as much investment. And
I hear
maybe I'll,
Brew Watches released something in that price range.
yeah, Brew Watches founder talked about some new color combos, and I hear they're going to change the game. So but seriously, um, yeah, I could see myself shutting it down. I know it's kind of crazy, but I think I kind of overspent my budget. Also, I've been slowing down. Last year I bought less watches than the year before. Year before I bought less watches than the year before that. But anyway, getting back to this watch, it's just a lot of craftsmanship. I think it's something unique. I like that it's made in the U.S. I mean, I've spent my whole life here. It's good to see a watchmaker is really doing their work here. Proud of that. And there's not too many out there. I actually think, I wasn't thinking value, but I think it's a serious value. I mean,
Mhm.
when you look at comparable watches with in-house movements and hand finishing everywhere, um, those prices are going through the roof, and RGM is still keeping this. This is, under 10K. I think is a lot of value in it. So anyway,
Yeah.
I love it.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Just one quick note. Happy birthday, F. His wife is hijacking his phone. Congrats on your long-awaited Everrose President Day date with Green Dial
The Tyson
and some
Fury.
super cool. Yeah, that is awesome. Awesome watch. Congratulations, F.
Congrats, Ep.
That is great. Happy birthday. And thank you, Mrs. F,
No doubt.
for sharing that with us. And beautiful watch. Congratulations.
Do you have the movement pick by any chance?
I do not.
Can
If you
I
want
throw
to,
it up real
yep,
quick?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Please do.
If I can quickly get to it, I'll go to my Instagram. Share screen.
I absolutely love that one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Wolfgang.
So good.
So this is the
So
movement. and there's lots of hand finishing, and the way it's cut away to show the gear train, really love it. And then just here's a close up on the guilloche, and it is engine turn, very sharp, and lots of fun to shoot macro of and loop. So
I'm going to make a hot take. I'm going to support Amin, and I'm going to say I believe Amin that he might be shutting it down. I'm going to say I believe him because I'm left speechless by this watch, and it had me rethinking whether I wanted an RGM, but I don't think I could design something that awesome. So, but I'm going to say that I think that kind of watch is might be enough to shut it down.
Thanks, Spartacus.
For the year.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. In conjunction, especially with the new piece that's coming in, hopefully soon, the Ketelars saga may be coming to an end. Amin, tell us about this one that you've gotten some recent good news about this.
Yeah, so Stefan Ketelars, who makes like 15 to 25 watches a year. I placed the deposit for this I want to say last June, maybe last June, not like 21 June, 2020 June, or maybe a little bit earlier than that. At the time, he told me that expected completion would be around the very end of 2021. So even though it was kind of seemed like it took forever, he was pretty much on time. He messaged me today that it's done, that he's going to test the timing for the next 10 days and then invoice me for the rest of it and ship it out to me. So this is the watch I got. It's got a very intricate hand painted globe where the my time zone, so New York, Boston will be showing at noon. It turns once per 24 hours. It has a reversed balance wheel, so the balance wheel's on the dial side, and which I really, it gives a cool movement side view of the pallet fork, really unimpeded. And this, he said it took about a month of full-time work to make this watch, and that he would estimate right now that he makes about 15 watches a year. So I mean, it's not like it's completely handmade. He does use CNC, and it's not all handmade, but there's a lot of one watchmaker's time going into making and finishing this watch. It's another one that I'll appreciate a ton, that I'll spend a lot of time with.
Yeah, I mean, like I think you got at least your first, few months of this year covered with these two watches for sure. Taking up a lot of wrist time and just picking it up, looking at it. It's awesome.
And a really cool,
yeah.
Really cool thing about Stephanie is that he's like experimenting a lot with different things. So if you wanted him to do a dark finish, he figures out how to do it. If you want what's the finish on the back? You don't have the picture of the back, right? It's
I do not.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
sorry.
It's frosted. That's the word I was looking for. So when he's trying to figure out how to do a frosted finish, it's not like the Swiss guys are trying to teach him that, right? He has to kind of figure out his own way. And so each of us, I think 4 of our friends got these, right?
Mm.
And we all asked for different things, and he kind of figured out, like Joey's, he said that he had the most success getting the depth of the oceans on the kind of micro painting on his. So it's really neat to see somebody who's working through the process, and every watch is very different.
Yeah, congratulations again. It's
Thank
a
you.
beautiful piece.
Thanks.
Let's go back to the chat. Here's App. Thanks, 50th birthday present. It took over a year. Great 50th birthday present. That's awesome. Thanks again. Junior Johnson, hey buddy. Welcome. Karan saying, so Amin, you're not going to buy a watch on the trunk show? Well, that's a long time from now. That's a good 10 months away. So, things can change. It's a good. The years are long, sometimes. Um, hey, Bobby, what's going on? I struggled for 7 months, Chaz, but I think Amin may be convinced in his thoughts. The problem is time altering perception and new releases. Yeah. So,
I wouldn't believe me. I mean,
yeah,
you know, I mean, anybody who just got a couple watches, and then starts saying stuff like they're not going to buy watches, I wouldn't believe. But I do believe me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is logically, I wouldn't believe the person doing what I'm doing right now.
yeah.
But in my mind, I feel like I might shut it down.
We've upset Wilson. Wilson saying, "Karan, I'm sad. All my friends on the panel are lying about not buying many watches this year." Engineer wannabe Sanjay he's shutting it down too.
I'm gullible, but I'm not that gullible.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
I believe Amin till June. I give him till June.
yeah. I think that's fair. I think a good 6 months with his
Yeah.
new watches will is probably the limit. And
But
then
he's
I'm
probably gonna
sorry.
buy another boutique watch, and that's gonna take him until the end of the year if he buys it in June. Like it might
Yeah,
take 6 months to make it.
yeah.
Hmm.
Love the catalogs. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Amin, you got and the other guys got in on the ground floor with this guy, and I think there's going to be just more and more great things coming from Ketlars, and yeah, I mean, good work. I'm really happy for you guys. That's a beauty. Another fantastic piece.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I mean, you're knocking it out of the park this early on in the year. It's awesome.
Thanks.
This is tremendously exciting.
Joey's in there with me with Ketelars.
Yeah,
He's super excited.
yeah. I'm loaded up early, so that should hold them over for a while in 2022. Yeah, for a while. The key thing is for a while. But I hope it works out for you, Alan. I hope I wish you well with all your plans.
I sent you guys. You saw my current watch box today. I sent it to
Yeah.
Rob and to Marcus, and I feel like I feel like I have enough. I mean, it's almost, yeah. I don't know.
Colin and I had that same discussion, I think, last night.
Yeah.
Karan thinks that come November you're gonna buy a watch from him. Sanjay said he bought 26 last year, I think. Yeah, 2021 was a big year for a lot of us. 2022 for some was also a big year. Let's see here. Kettler's doesn't count either. It was paid 18 months ago. Do you buy that? Do any of you guys buy that?
No.
That takes us back to the
I don't buy it either.
old discussion. When's the point where it counts, at order or when it arrives?
Yeah, I think Marcus called me out on that discussion, and yeah, it's is it Marcus? I think so. Yeah, it counts.
Okay.
I don't know.
Joey saying it wasn't paid in full.
Difference.
It counts as a
Oh,
half.
am I showing? Oh no.
Do you want to show something? Do you want
No. I thought I accidentally just showed something, but no, it's just on my screen.
So, what do you guys say? Do you want to take a look at some new releases?
It depends on the
Sure.
new releases.
Well, we need to
Okay.
mention one other thing that's coming, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, there is another thing that's coming in. That's right.
Yeah.
Awesome thing.
You forgot that one, Rob.
Yeah. It is a Harbring.
Sweet.
Or Felix. Felix, yeah. I get Felix and Irwin
Yeah.
mixed up, and they're totally two different functionalities. But no, this was something that was on eBay the other day, and it was a great price. Great
Yeah.
price. Awesome independent brand from brand from Austria, and for those of you guys who are familiar with Richard Harbring, he was a watchmaker for IWC for a while, and then went his own way, created a Doppel chronograph there for IWC, and and then started making his own watches, very modular, very simple, um, watches that are just beautiful. This is a GPH G winner as well. He's got several models that have won that award in different categories. And so, yeah, I mean, getting back to the German slash Austrian roots here in the collection. So, yeah, looking forward to this one for sure.
I mean, Richard
Congrats.
Harbring's got to be on the Mount Rushmore of IWC, right? It's got to be like what Kurt Klaus, Gunter Blumlein, Peloton, the founder, and him, right? That's probably the Mount Rushmore of IWC.
I really like that one.
Yeah, awesome watch. Love it.
Yeah, very, very, very simple. And just just a great little dress watch. It's very, very thin, 38 millimeter. Um, so yeah.
Probably got a
So
bulletproof movement too.
bulletproof
Yep.
movement, which is
Yeah.
very, very
It's like a modified 7750, right? I think.
yeah. The A11, yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly any decent watchmaker worth his salt or her salt can work on this. You know, so you know, maintenance costs or servicing fees are not going to be astronomical, I would imagine.
Yeah. It was a great deal.
Yeah. Alfredo is saying, I love Harbor 2, especially this model. The case is amazing and the look is just pure class. Show the movement. If I can pull up a picture really quick, I will. Chaz.
You want me to get that, Rob?
Yeah, please do. You're much quicker at that kind of stuff than I am, Amin. Steve is saying someone at Nomos needs to pay attention to this hovering.
No, if Nomo starts making watches that look like Harbring, it's gonna compromise my love for Harbring. They can just continue to peter along. That's fine.
So here we are with this one.
Yeah, it's a smart looking movement for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting to look at. It's pleasant.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have like crazy there's no like engraving or much there's no guilloche or whatever that, but it's very like industrial. Like when I think of German, right, or Austrian, like kind of like very what's the word I'm looking for? It's about performance, right? It's about the mechanism itself. It's not, there's no bells and whistles per se. It is just about function, and
It's unique looking though.
it is.
It's very pleasing. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's very different looking, and it looks great.
Yeah, thank you. Kevin asks, who worries about service fees? Won't be held long enough to service if history shows anything. Asks anything. Caliber saying great looking movement, efficient. That thing is solid. Simplicity.
You're gonna have fun buying straps for this watch too.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's Ross. That's the perfect. That was the word I was looking for. Utilitarian for sure.
And it came with another dial, you said?
It's coming with a another dial, but but it's for the Irwin, right? So it's a center seconds. So it's interesting, and it has the Dauphine hands that go with it. Um, so it's interesting. It's in en route to the authenticator.
Hmm.
So, but I gotta find out a little bit more information on it, because it's definitely interesting to add that. I don't know if that person had both watches, an Irwin and a Felix. I don't know. I don't know. So, um, and Nessa, and I'd say it's more versatile than a dress watch. I'd wear that with anything really. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, he will have to buy another movement to do that with an extra tile. So win-win. Yeah, for sure, definitely would. Awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at some releases. Marcus, you can. I'm sorry, Spartacus Jerkovic, you can tell us whether to skip it or not. Let me just share the screen. We'll go to Monochrome and see what they got. So we have a new Tag Heuer Octavia 60th anniversary collection with a new flyback chronograph and GMT. This, I think, just came onto Monochrome today. And, you know,
Two
Tag.
stunners, one shitter.
Okay, so which ones are which?
The flybacks are the stunners. The GMT is a shitter. Like
Yeah.
I mean, like if you're gonna, it doesn't look that unique. If you're gonna pay $4,000 for a Solida chronometer, GMT, just go with the Avenger GMT. Seriously.
It's $4,000 the GMT.
Yeah.
Go with
Like
the
a
what,
Solida.
Marcus?
Go with the Avenger, like the Breitling
Oh,
Avenger.
the
Go with the
Breitling.
Breitling. Like in that price range, when you're talking about a Solida, chronometer, it's no contest. Like, why would anyone buy that watch? Except Paul, I guess, but it's not gray, so.
But maybe there is a gray one.
The black one is really nice looking.
Yeah, the black one is really really
The
nice
black
as well.
one looks good.
I think the silver looks pretty good too. It looks like the that Jack Heuer birthday release.
Yeah,
that
both,
was 5 years ago. Both
Yeah.
are really handsome watches for sure.
Yeah, the one you were just talking about, it looks like a 2-register, but it's 3. It's got a bicompax look. It's uncluttered.
Yeah, I mean, look, the GMT, the design, I mean, it's uninspiring to me. I mean, it looks like it's something you can get from like a micro brand. Nothing impressive there.
Wow. Yeah.
It does have a micro brand look, like taking the. Well, I don't want to.
I'd take a Zelos over this, honestly.
I don't want to overstep.
It's a big ask for $4,000.
Yeah, I agreed.
It's a really, really big ask.
Agreed.
The black one is the winner.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at that profile. That's a nice looking watch, for sure.
If I was into chronos, that might have been on the list. Quick release.
White Birch is now in a spring drive movement. Any thoughts on that, guys?
I like that one too.
So now, are you like really into Grand Seiko now, Wolfie?
No, well, I always liked them, but I mean, I'm not gonna get it because it's a little small. But if that was 42, I like the accuracy of spring dive. This is 5 days. In 42, I might consider this one.
Yeah.
I could, I prefer without the date. If I have my choice, I would have made this without a date. Keep it clean. Go 42. Add a strap, a leather strap to it.
Yeah.
Price is a little high, so they could have added a strap. Maybe they did. I don't know.
And there's the movement side.
I like the power reserve on the back. I really like it.
Did I miss that? Oh yeah, there it is right there.
This is the movement from the Lake Sua.
Yeah. Exact same movement.
Yeah, I like it too.
Doesn't seem to. Well, I mean, the white birch doesn't seem to stay in people's collections though, especially in our group.
Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah.
It's strange, but it is. I've seen it. It is good looking. You know,
I
I
love that they've got a spring drive now that's less than 12 millimeters thick for the whole watch. That's 5-day movement and a display case back. If they could make the actual movement look a little better, I would be, I'd be pretty tempted.
Justin not impressed. Um, Wilson, it intrigues him. Let's see what Mr. Grant Seiko says. Here's Sanjay. This release really surprised me. Kind of disappointed that GS would dilute the birch. They could have done anything else. Any new dial? Wow. So Sanjay is really a birch, an original birch proponent there, huh?
yeah, but he sold his.
But he
So
sold his.
Yeah.
listen to him.
uh, wow. Wow.
What does Sanjay and our other Grand Seiko folks think about monochrome? Can you go back to the go down a little, slightly, on the right there? Most desirable Grand Seiko you can get is are they are they trying to build this as a hype watch from Grand Seiko? Do you, Colin, kind of
It's already
made that
become a hype
point?
watch.
Yeah.
It already is a hype watch. I don't see it, but it is already a hype watch.
How hyped is it? I mean, when I was looking at a local AD a couple weeks ago, they got one in and offered it to me. So it's not like a you can't get it hype watch.
I think it's gonna depend. It's gonna depend on location. Right now, I think it's because like the stages of hype, right? Sometimes it like at some at before at the earlier stages of the hype, you can still get lucky and come into one. But if you're looking at
Mm.
like major centers and a lot and places with a lot of foot traffic, that's where you start to see those units dry up first.
Hmm.
But if it's a smaller Grand Seiko dealer, even if it's in a in a big town, sometimes you might get lucky. But I think 6 months, if you walk into that AD, you might not be able to get it offered to you right away.
He seemed pretty psyched to get it, and kind of when he said he just got one in, it was kind of like, a proud kind of thing. So maybe he's not seeing many of them.
Yeah. And I mean that could be because they're hitting their benchmarks as a dealer, right? Because I'm
Yeah.
sure GS isn't allocating it to all their ADs.
Got it. It's good looking.
It's good looking.
I like
watch.
it.
Yeah.
I like it too, but the new one I like better.
Which one?
The
The birch?
spring drive, yeah.
Wow.
How thick is this guy?
Let's see.
12.8. So it's a
12.8.
millimeter thicker. I wish they'd make their spring drive movements a little better looking. I don't know if it's just me.
I don't care.
On the case back side, or
Yeah, the case back side. Because they made their new high beat so good looking. The white birch backside is, to me, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And then the spring drives are still, like, by comparison, they're a little bit
Not even by comparison.
Look at.
Okay.
Wilson agreeing that it is a hype watch. Justin saying the spring is their best watch. Sanjay, yeah, this was the hype GS watch before they made it an international release.
Hmm.
Bobby's wearing a spring watch now. Nothing to hype about. It's a nice daily watch. That's all.
Usually, Bobby, when he has a nice daily watch, it's a good sign that it's going to become a hype watch, right? I mean, he's ahead of the curve.
It's true.
Clayton saying since GS launched their online boutique, they have had the SBGA 413 in stock since. Not rare, difficult to get. Kevin is saying the new blue dial Kirazuri with the same 6.2 GS case is better looking in my opinion. Man, guys like Kevin and Clayton and Sanjay, they really know their Grand Seikos.
Well, that's a US only release though. Kirazuri. It was never available to the international market, so I don't think it can become a hype watch.
Okay.
Well, I guess the spring was also until recently.
Hodinky is selling a pre-owned Kirazuri right now for 13 grand.
Is that this generation or the previous, like the original Kirazuri?
This looks like 2018.
Yeah, so that's
a hype watch.
Well, it was a very hard to get watch. It was just it was a very limited release, very limited numbers.
There's a new one.
US boutique only. And it was very good looking. That was a very nice textured dial for sure.
So have you guys seen this mock-up?
Yep.
What the editors at Houdinky, I think, are hoping for? Is that what it is? They have mocked up an all gold Explorer 1. I gotta tell you, man, I love it. I mean, I could never afford it, but I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I like it,
and I hope they do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Neff. It looks better than the two-tone.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether I love it or whether I just like it better than the two-tone, and I was just so horrified by the two-tone.
Yeah, I hear you. Wilson's saying just get a 36 millimeter day date. I guess so, but there's something really simple about the Explorer dial juxtaposed with the all gold case and bracelet, though. That there's something about that I kind of like. They would have to probably charge more than what Tudor as sells the Black Bay 58 in gold.
They have to charge it way more because
I would imagine so, right?
Because Tudor doesn't even have a bracelet.
Doesn't even have a bracelet. Doesn't even have like a gold case back, right? It's just a see-through case back. So that's why I doubt that they'll ever make this watch, right? Because this is probably a $25,000 to $30,000 watch if they had to put a price tag on it.
It would be a weird price point.
Yeah, exactly. But I love the idea. I do love the idea. Marcel saying it would be 35. Hey Wayne, get out of here! Come on, man. Show's over soon. Don't worry, Wayne. He wants his dinner. Yeah, Rick on Watch is not happening. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's not happening either. Neff is saying I would like it better in the rose gold. That ever rose gold, I guess. Whatever. Is that their gold? I like their rose. I like that rose gold, but I think I like this in the yellow gold. Gold better.
Looks stunning. I don't know why, but with the clean dial or something, this looks really good.
Yeah, absolutely. The great thing is, like, this watch comes out, and a couple of weeks later, Wilson will have it. So, maybe he'll pass it around so we can actually take a look at it. I'm just kidding, Wilson. James, I would wear it. I could never pay for it though. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I would definitely wear it.
Well, don't say that until you had a full gold bracelet thing on.
Why? Because of the weight?
No, because it's weird. I'm telling you.
It's weird? Yeah.
It's weird.
Well,
but on the wrist, it's weird.
Okay. So it's just the way it looks on your skin tone, you're saying, like, like
just I can't really explain it. I thought, judging by pictures, that I really like them, but on me, leather is better.
No, I hear you. I hear you. But if and I'm not saying this is what you're saying, but like if weight was an issue for somebody with the gold watch, well, the great thing about this Explorer is that that bracelet tapers down to a 14. So and it's actually very small at the 36 millimeter. So maybe weight wouldn't be an issue for some of us.
I think so. That steel one is like a toy. It's so
Yeah,
light.
yeah. Um, Gold sub is his. Gold Explorer for her, right? Too flashy. Um, yeah, yeah. Did Bruce Williams design this? uh, yeah, maybe he did. Um, James says I have a full gold Rolex day date and it wears fine. Yeah, that's awesome. Kevin S, I would prefer a bluesy or a two-tone sub, black and gold over this one. Yeah, I think yes, I would prefer that as well. Kevin. Um, Joey B saying the 36 millimeter of Explorer looks stupid small on me. Um,
It's very small.
Rick on watches. Can Wolfie and I get that with a rainbow John Mayer Hodinkee dial? Look, Wolfie, I will overlook the Grand Seiko, right? I'll give you a huge pass if you get a new John Mayer G-Shock.
That's not fair. They're sold out. How's it's so hard to get? He's been secretly looking everywhere for one of those.
He can. Wolfie is a very powerful man. Okay, he can get one if he wants one.
I really don't wanna.
But I'd give you the pass. Like if you're looking for the, I mean,
Probably live without the pass instead.
okay. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Um, well, guys, let's wrap this up here. Another great Tuesday night watch talk. Wolfie, what do you tomorrow? What watches are you buying tomorrow? Go ahead, tell us.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
One day at a time, Wolfie. One day at a
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it's just one day at a time, man.
Addiction is real.
Yeah.
There's no addiction.
No.
It's under control. The plan is still alive.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Do you know what any of those 3 or 4 watches are going to be, Wolfgang? The ones that count? Do you thinking about it, or do you know what any of them will be?
I looked at some Breguet, the Classique, the very simple ones. One of those is on the radar.
Nice.
I still want to see the time zone in Ceratanium, the IWC. I need to see it in person to make up my mind. Is an option. And there's a Stennis release that supposedly coming soon that might be for me if it's not a chronograph.
Hold up, Wolfie. Ross has an extra John Mayer G-Shock, so maybe you guys can talk after the show and make something happen. Go ahead, Wolfie. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. God.
No, that was those 3. That's about it. But so far, what might be options, but we'll see.
Okay.
Nice.
Spartacus Jerkovic, any chance that we can hash through the differences that we had previously to the show tonight, and we can see your face next week? Any chance?
I think there's a chance. We'll have to negotiate.
Okay.
I hope so. Please make it happen. This is so weird when I see my Marcus. When I can't see my Marcus, it's just weird. Feels unnatural.
All in the name of comedy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I appreciate your take and your stance, but the negotiations will continue, and hopefully we'll get to see your face next week. Amin, we see your face. We know that the struggle is real, but you have a couple great pieces,
Thank
and
you.
congratulations again. And Anything coming up this week? Anything?
Thanks, Rob. No, just no.
Okay.
It was
Well,
a good week.
Yeah.
good week.
Very good
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Was Marcus was washing his robe tonight?
That's a pretty good comment to close the stream out on.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Well,
everyone.
thanks everyone.
Everyone.
Have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Good
Take care.
night.
See you guys.
Bye.